Well everyone, welcome back to another episode of Anime... another episode... another... Alright, enough games. This is the final episode of Animanga for the semester. It's been a wild ride. Losing my body and only being held to this world by reviewing anime with my voice alone has been strenuous, but it's been a great ride nonetheless. For today, I decided to review an anime that I initially watched, put down, and, well, picked back up again after like a year. And I'm glad I did, because Katanagatari is definitely one of my favorite animes I've watched in a long time. So, without further ado, let's get on to the review of Katanagatari. Wait, Drew, did I hear you right, you say? Katanagatari sounds a lot like Bakemonogatari and the others in the series. You know, the series with... that. Are they the same series? I'm glad you asked, nobody at all, because while they are not of the same series, they do share the same writer. Nisio Isin is responsible for this writing, and it shows. More on that later though. For now, let's get a broad idea of the plot. Katanagatari, roughly translating to sword story, follows Shichika Yasuri and the strategen Togame as they embark on a mission to gather up the 12 legendary deviant swords for the shogunate. Shichika happens to be the 7th generational head of Kyotoryu, the school of sword fighting on a sword. That's right, Shichika, instead of wielding a sword, uses his own body as a sword. Due to the school of swordsmanship and how he's exiled into an island along with his sister because of his father, Shichika initially comes off as bland and merely a tool for Togame to use in her sword hunt. This is one of my favorite things about the series. Shichika begins his journey merely as a blade, but one of the main focuses of the series is how he develops and learns concepts like mercy, compassion, and empathy. The way that Shichika is written, how the story builds him up, is done so gracefully that I dare say it's almost unrivaled. Little by little, he grows and understands more and more about the world, and it's super satisfying to watch. Togame is also a very good character who develops along with Shichika. In fact, the two of them develop as people because of each other in most cases. The two of them teach each other so much about the world, and again, it shows quite well. They also like to snuggle and play with hair a lot, but there's definitely good reasons behind that, trust me. Like I said before, Katanagatari was written originally by Nisio Isin, the writer for the Monogatari series. If you've read anything about Monogatari, I'm sure you've run into something that goes along the lines of, there's some action, but there's a lot of talking. Well, the same goes for Katanagatari. A lot of the development I just mentioned is done through talking. However, it's fitting for Shichika and Togame because while the sword hunt is an important part of the plot, I'd argue that Shichika and Togame's growth together is the front and center part of the series. But I will say, like the Monogatari series, Katanagatari is more of an advanced watch, which requires a lot of attention to fully understand. However, that isn't to say the action scenes are bad either. In fact, they're expertly animated. They really keep you on the edge of your seat to see what Shichika will do in response to whatever quirk the sword he's trying to grab brings him. That, coupled with what is definitely in my top 5 favorite original soundtracks of all time, make for some excellent fight scenes. The soundtrack is some of the most beautiful and unique themes I've heard in recent anime. Each character they face, and even some that they don't, have their own special themes that play when they're on screen. The themes really push the already excellent and memorable characters that much further, but they're all very well written and help further the plot's central themes, and Shichika's development as a human from a sword. Another thing that makes this show stand out is, of course, its art style and character design. This show has some of the plain coolest character designs I've ever seen, especially in the Maniwa Ninja Corps, who are all based on various animals. Everyone else, though, all look very good, and it's helped along by the show's beautiful storybook-like art style. I mean, look at this little penguin dude, or the bee guy. Even the non-animal people have cool designs like Nanami and Emon Zaimon. Complementing the character designs, everything in the show looks beautiful. If you take a second to look beyond the character interactions, the backgrounds and everything moving around them is truly a work of art. Thanks, Studio White Fox. I also like the show a lot because a lot of the times it's a real tearjerker. Togami and Chichika's sword quest put them in a lot of morally ambiguous situations, and a lot of the times you might find yourself questioning the morals of the duo. But don't worry, they do as well, which again helps Chichika build up his own personality and transcend his previous identity as a simple sword. So many of the episodes involve them facing an opponent who hasn't done anything inherently bad, and sometimes the fights they go through end tragically. Some sword owners escape unscathed, but it is unfortunate and genuinely sad for both the viewer and the sword hunting duo when some must be killed. Katanagatari is a strange definition of what a sword is. I feel like to Katanagatari, the sword is less of a blade and more of a weapon in general. By this I mean they'll refer to anything from a suit of armor to an automatic doll as a sword. While there are some more regular swords built into the mix, I think that the loose definition of sword helps keep the plot interesting and does even more for the fight scene. This show does somewhat of a Cowboy Bebop approach where each episode centers around a different character or situation. And like in Cowboy Bebop, the characters are able to be expertly developed in one episode, and their arcs are also able to be finished in one episode. Except that Cowboy Bebop has standard 25-ish minute episodes, while Katanagatari has, well, 50-minute long episodes. Yeah, like I said, it's an advanced watch. The episodes are long, and there is a lot of talking, but the show is definitely worth your time, I promise. Especially for that ending, which is what brought the show up to a 10 for me. The ending just does so well to demonstrate the show's themes, but I'll let you discover what those themes are on your own. Anyway, Katanagatari is based on the light novel of the same name written by the legendary Nishio Isin. It was directed by Keitaro Motonaga and written by Makoto Uezu. It was animated by Studio White Fox and aired in 2010 for, well, the entire year. This show aired once a month for a year. I can't imagine having to wait an entire month for another episode of this show to drop. It's just that good. Definitely check it out if you like the writing style of Nishio Isin and an old-timey Japanese setting, and, well, everything else I mentioned that highly praise the series. Well, that's a wrap on the final animanga of the semester. If you have any anime you want me to check out over the summer while I sit around and do nothing at home, send me a on Twitter at ZTV Goofing Off with the hashtag animanga. ただしその頃にはあんたは八つ咲きになっているだろうけどな。